This is a study skills podcast for Fortismere School. Podcast 4, Time Management. Studying A-levels is very different from studying GCSEs. You have less contact time with your teachers, and you will be expected to manage your study periods yourself. This means you will need to be self-disciplined enough to plan and use your time sensibly. You may also have other commitments as well. For example, you may have taken an evening or weekend job. Juggling these commitments may feel overwhelming at first, and it can be easy to feel swamped. You may be set an essay in one subject, whilst you are still completing another from a different subject. At the same time, you may be studying for an exam and trying to keep up with the reading for all of your subjects. As well as this, you are probably trying to keep up with your social life. Succeeding in the sixth form is not simply about intelligence, but about managing your time effectively. Good time management is an essential habit to get into from the very beginning of A-level study. How well do you manage your time? Try this questionnaire to find out more about your time management skills. 1. When given a reading list, I am most likely to A. Stick it in my bag to look at later. B. Attempt to gather some of the reading, but leave reading it until later. C. Highlight the key texts I want and get to the library to read some of them. 2. I'm late to meet my friends. I A. Do nothing. I'm always late. They won't be worried. B. Send them a quick text if I'm going to be more than 15 minutes late. C. Make sure I call them to let them know. 3. It's a friend's birthday today. Have you A. Totally forgotten? B. Sent a card yesterday when a Facebook reminder popped up. C. Sent a card in time and arranged to meet up to celebrate the day. 4. Your school diary is A. Lost. B. In your bag somewhere, you'll update it later. C. Your lifeline. 5. You have an essay due in next week. Are you A. Panicking because you haven't started it yet? B. Nervous because you started working on it a bit too late? C. Fairly relaxed, it just needs proofreading. 6. You're planning a holiday for next summer. Is it A. lastminute.com all the way? B. Still in the brochures all over your bedroom floor? C. Planned, researched, ready to be booked. Pause the podcast here. Count how many A's, B's and C's you have scored. If you chose mostly A's, use the advice in this podcast to help you improve your time management. If you chose mostly B's, use the advice in the podcast to help you sharpen your time management skills. If you chose mostly C's, remember to keep up your time management skills throughout your A-levels. Getting organised. Being organised is about knowing how you want to use your time, planning ahead, working out your priorities, and sticking to your plans. Create to-do lists. Have a notice board where you can pin up a to-do list every week. Don't just list study tasks, include social and domestic plans as well. It will be very satisfying to cross things off this list. Time patterns. Look for patterns that suit you. You may work better in the morning or in the evening. You may prefer to work in short bursts of 30 minutes or longer periods of time. Find what works best for you. Keep a diary. It's essential that you keep a record of the work you have been set. You might think you'll remember that essay title, but you may not. Mini goals. Break down bigger assignments into smaller goals. This will help create a sense of achievement while you study. Make these mini goals specific, measurable, and manageable. Keep good files. Keeping your notes well organised will save you lots of time throughout your A-level study, as well as making revision much easier. Computer organisation. Ensure that your computer files are as well organised as your paper files. Give each document a clear title and create folders for different subjects and different modules. Make sure you back up all your computer files. Plan of action. Making a study plan might seem like an obvious thing to do, but not many students do it. Here are some tips for creating a study plan. Make sure you include some free time that you can use to catch up on anything you haven't quite finished. Include your social events so that you won't feel guilty about taking time off. Be specific about the tasks you are going to take on in order to stay focused. Make sure you include the exact deadlines for each piece of work. Work on your plan every week. This will help you keep up to date with your targets, but will also help you feel a sense of achievement. Work backwards. Write your deadlines first and work backwards from there. Be realistic and start early. Leaving everything to the last minute will just cause you stress. If you are a visual learner, get a wall planner that can be clearly displayed. Motivating yourself. One important element of keeping your time managed effectively is to recognize that there will be times when you are bored or struggling with work. It will be important to remain motivated at these times. Here are some ways in which you can keep yourself motivated. Reflect on your reasons for studying. What do you want to get out of this? Are you planning to go to university? Have you set yourself a personal goal? Are you interested in the subjects you are studying? Celebrate your success. When you have met your goals, reward yourself. The bigger the goal, the bigger the reward. Treat yourself to a night out, a slice of cake, an extra hour on the Xbox. Turn these activities into rewards so that you only allow yourself to do them when you have achieved something. Keep a diary. This may help you record the good times as well as the difficult times. When you are struggling, you can read back over everything you've been proud of and enjoyed. Set yourself achievable goals. Don't have an unrealistic expectation and then beat yourself up if you don't meet it. Make sure you clearly understand the expectations for each piece of work you are set, and if you're not sure, ask your teacher. Work on your attitude to studying. Challenges are a normal part of academic study, and you can learn a lot about yourself from how you approach them. Tackle challenges by asking the following questions. What is the problem? What needs to be done? And how can I do it? Don't be afraid to ask for help. Make the most of your time as you study for your A-levels. This may be the last study you carry out. It will certainly be your last study at school. Remember that time management is about making things happen rather than having things happen to you. Good time management will help you stay in control of your study throughout your A-levels.